high-speed business at a record pace.
Get 70 miles per gallon on this fucker. This is shit that made the castle.
Oh, hey.
Rosanna.
I have been listening to this song for 2 weeks back to back to back to back.
Just straight.
Last week, my element was in the shop. I was listening to this in the Volvo. Just an 80s car with 80s music. Oh,
dude.
I still don't know the structure of this song.
It doesn't have one.
It doesn't.
Not quite a year since you went away, Rosanna. Yeah, no, this week it's the cameras don't even work. They just stay on you.
Yeah. I have to say. The horns? Mike isn't in this episode.
Not at all.
Hey, welcome to the Fast Ones.
Toto is just dominating with Max over there. Not Toto Wolff. Not to
the
be
band
confused.
Toto.
Not to be confused.
But F1 adjacent bands are welcome on this podcast.
Absolutely.
You know, if there was a band named Leclerc, Sean Leclerc,
it would be.
Yeah, we would be listening to it.
I feel like
there's
need
a
to
band
check
named
on this auto
Verstappen.
switch.
That'd be rad. Checo would be a band. Mike's gonna check on the switch. We have an automated camera system. There we go. It's switching. Let's see if it keeps switching. If Mike starts talking, it'll sense his mic. Yeah.
Oh, it switched very
it's going
briefly.
to the wide. It's going to the wide.
It went to the wide briefly, and then it went back to...
Hey,
I'm
welcome.
back. Here we go, everybody.
Okay, we have officially started.
Yeah.
You got a nice 3 minutes of me jamming into Toto. To Roseanne.
Yeah.
And now this is the Fast
Not
Ones.
Roseanne Barr,
Rosanna.
but Rosanna.
Dang. Like I said, I don't know the structure of that song, but it keeps me engaged the whole time because it's just like build and then ease and then instrumental, then build, then ease.
Totally.
It's so good.
It is so good.
I want a 20-minute long version of that song where they do different
Dude,
breakdowns
have
of
you
the
ever-
different band.
Have you ever taken a dive into the swimming pool of Toto?
Of Toto. When they play it live, did they do it for 20 minutes? Because it
Dude,
would be amazing.
I mean, so many of their songs are just like an adventure that you are on with them.
Okay.
But do you know the architecture of that band? Do you know any backstory to them?
So I know a few of their songs.
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan.
Yeah.
And I was waiting to bring it on the podcast today to talk about it because I thought if I was to text you during the week, it would kind of ruin the momentum.
Yes.
And I know you'd have a lot to say about this.
Unfortunately, you guys who listen to this podcast know I have a lot to say. But yeah, this is a topic that's again, it's just close to me. So
yeah. What's the breakdown of the band?
I probably wouldn't know this much if one of my brother's best friends wasn't related to several band members of Toto.
Okay.
So,
He's related to Gerald.
so there are the Picaro brothers, which make up a good. There's 3 of them in Toto.
Okay. Here we go.
And those were his uncles. And so
there you go. Close connection with the Picaros.
his mom was a Picaro. So anyways, yeah, Toto, fun fact, they're the band who played on Thriller with Michael Jackson. So all the music on that album is Toto that performs it, which I think is stylistically why I kind of dig
Yeah.
that
Thriller?
Yeah, Thriller is because it's it's,
If you hadn't have known that.
no, but
or
I
did
mean,
you-
Toto is some of Toto's music. I feel like it communicates better to me because I had a connection with Thriller way earlier on in life
gonna say, yeah.
than Toto.
Yeah.
But then later, kind of picking up on that and understanding that I'm like, oh man, Thriller is just Quincy Jones thrown in with Toto.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so freaking good.
So we should have had a Toto Quincy Jones album. Yeah.
I mean, that's what Thriller is.
Yeah.
With Michael's just in there freaking
you're saying
dancing.
the
on
Thriller,
that
the
record.
whole album?
The whole album, dude.
Oh, not just the song?
No, Billie Jean, all of it.
Oh, wild. Okay,
Crazy.
that's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a great album.
And the keyboardist of Toto wrote Human Nature, which is one of my favorite songs.
Oh, later Michael Jackson song.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, Human Nature is on Thriller. That's a tell him that it's
Oh yeah, I know Human Nature, but
yeah.
why do I think it's a later?
No,
that's
it's
a
on that
bad
album.
Mistake. Yeah.
But it's what's also the backtrack for
Why?
Nas. It Ain't Hard to Tell, which is such a good song. If we want to talk about one of my favorite tracks ever, is you combine two of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
So good. But anyways, yeah, Nasty Nas. It Ain't Hard to Tell. If you haven't heard that track, go listen to it. Money. So good. Okay.
Wow. No, I'm just going through some of these. Some of these are my favorite Michael Jackson songs.
On Thriller?
Yeah, one of my favorite songs ever is "The Girl Is Mine."
Yeah.
I love that song.
So good.
Yeah. This is Rosanna,
Yeah, totally. It's Rosanna at a different BPM.
and you're bringing Paul McCartney
Yeah.
with Quincy Jones and Toto and Michael Jackson. This is amazing.
This is a gang.
I walks right in my dreams. Met her from the start. Wow, PYT. Oh gosh. Okay, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So the Toto played on all these songs.
Yeah.
They
They were the studio band. Wow. And that's kind of how they got to know each other, was that they were studio musicians. But Jeff Beccaro,
bands like that are usually amazing,
Right.
And on like they're just gems. No one really.
well, and if
knows.
you've listened to Toto, it's like
Yeah.
mathematically nerdy. Like the way that they're
That's
approaching.
why I love
like,
Rosanna so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very like. Do you like Styx?
Yeah.
Or how about Rush?
Yeah.
Rush.
Yeah.
Rush and is very mathematical.
Rush.
It's
I haven't
very
seen Styx, so I like Rush.
precise,
Yeah.
right? And Toto has a very precision.
I think like Radiohead is very mathematical. And
Yeah,
precise.
totally.
Yeah.
But I would say Radiohead is the
is the depressed
cool
90s
version of Muse. It's the cool Muse. But Muse is also a mathematical band.
Yeah.
Math rock.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so anyways, but another fun fact is that Jeff was kind of the first success of the group. Who's Jeff Beccaro was one of the brothers.
Okay.
And he played drums for Steely Dan.
Oh, wow.
And so Jeff is a phenomenal drummer.
I bet.
And if you've heard Toto, you've heard Rosanna, those drum beats, try to replicate those.
I was going to say,
they're tough.
Is it Steely Dan that is known for like being one of the most sampled bands of all time from hip hop?
For sure. They're
Yeah,
definitely
I think
up
it's
there.
Steely Dan.
Yeah.
And if it's the drums, then that drummer's insane.
The percussion part of that is what makes it such good jazz,
Yeah.
right?
Holy cow.
And so, and that's what Joe, the grandpa, he's a really famous jazz drummer. Mm-hmm. And then all of his kids became musicians except his daughter, which was my friend's mom. Mm-hmm. But anyways, just crazy parallels. But Toto's really cool story, unbelievable band, but also just the stuff that they got to be a part of.
Yeah.
And the keyboard player from Toto wrote Human Nature. He's one of the only people credited for writing a Michael Jackson song, because Michael bought out most of his songwriters to claim he wrote them. But Steve held
The
on
Taylor
to his
Swift
rights. Yes. Approach.
Nah, I don't think she does. I think they're still on the Wikipedia.
Yes.
You can look them up.
Yeah, you can look them up.
You can look them up.
You can look them up.
Prove us wrong.
Swifties.
A lot of people just left the chat. It's like everyone listening just left.
Yeah, it was just a huge drop.
Huge Formula
We're
One.
like, what
we have the
happened?
only crossover between Formula One and Taylor Swift fans.
It all started with Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, it did. It did. Hey, okay, getting into it today, we have some fun things to talk about.
Yeah.
One, it was the Hungary Grand Prix.
Yes, Hungaroring Grand Prix.
I remember I worked with a British guy once, and I was talking with a British guy once, and I was like, and it was a few years ago, the Hungarian Grand Prix was happening, and I was being an idiot like I normally do and saying things stupidly. And I was like, oh, it's the Hungary Grand Prix. And he was so mad.
He's so
like,
annoying.
Hungarian Grand Prix. I was like, it's hungry. It's pretty hungry.
You're like,
The old Hungry Grand Prix.
the hungry Lando.
It's like, I know what it is.
I know what Grand
The
Prix
Hungry
is.
Grand Prix.
Yes.
Okay. Last week I said I had a book.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And you said it was a racing book
Oh,
that I have not read.
Oh, no. You have not read this. You have not
Now
read
that
this.
I've seen the thickness of this book, I get why you're laughing.
It's 10 pages thick.
It's a children's book.
It's 10 pages thick.
Yes.
George Russell would be jealous.
He's never read a novel quite this size.
So, one day, a week or so ago, like I normally do, I was searching for Daniel Ricciardo things online.
Yes.
And I stumbled across this amazing book,
Yeah.
Overtake My Heart. Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
you guys-
I pulled this out and the camera switches. There it is. Overtake My Heart by Anita Driver. That's probably a pun. And it is from
Anita Driver.
It is book number 1 of 69 in the Daniel Ricciardo erotic adventure series.
What?
Thick Rick Races for Love.
Are we sure Daniel didn't write this?
It's a pseudonym.
Yeah.
He's writing under a pen name.
Yeah, he's got a pen name. Anita Driver.
He's writing erotic fiction from the viewpoint of a girl about himself.
He's like, I need people to think that this is happening. That people are doing this for me. I will get a Gerhard Berger daughter if there's an erotica novel about me.
You might be right. You might be right. I've only found 3 of the books so far.
Of the 69.
Of the 69. I'm pretty sure it's written. If Anita Driver isn't Daniel Ricciardo, it's probably AI. But it makes a great gift for mom, which I disagree with. It makes a great gift for anybody like me who loves Daniel Ricciardo.
This is a very uncomfortable episode suddenly. Yeah. I'm not sure why you enjoy it this much.
Okay. I'll just give you a brief synopsis.
Yeah, I'd love a summary.
Overtake My Heart will take you on a heart-stopping ride filled with passion, speed, and heartbreak. Follow Emily, a smart and independent woman, as she navigates the thrilling and glamorous world of Formula One racing and tangles with the irresistible, charming playboy Daniel Ricciardo.
Meow.
Or what does a honey badger say?
Says, I don't give a fuck.
Will Emily's love be enough to tame the notorious heartbreaker? See, I feel like I could already write a better synopsis. Will Emily's love be enough to late break on the notorious heartbreaker? Will Daniel risk his career and reputation for the woman who's captured his heart? Buckle up for a love story that's as unpredictable and exhilarating as the race itself.
Wow.
You'll be on the edge of your seat until the very last page.
Are we not sure that this is actually...
Until the checkered flag drops. Like, we're missing so many puns here.
Yeah. But do we feel like this is potentially reality? Like, are we missing something? Is this
actually a confession of a girl who...
Yeah, that ruined Daniel's career?
Has been, like took him away from Formula One for us.
She was like, you have to go to McLaren. You have to leave.
I'm
Renault.
breaking up with you.
If you are stupid enough to stay with Alpine Renault, you need to go to McLaren.
Who is this? Emily?
Do you think that was like a
Freaking
play
hate
to
Emily.
like, she's a Lando fan probably at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Here's an excerpt. If this doesn't get you into the series.
Okay.
So I don't, she has...
Children, plug your ears.
She has come into the world of F1 and she goes to a hotel where she's hoping to bump into Daniel Ricciardo. Bumps into Daniel Ricciardo. Okay, the night was filled with whispered words, tender touches, and passionate exchanges. Okay, it was a night where they crossed the line from friends to lovers.
Oh.
I've already...
This was their first time they met?
I don't know. I've already skipped a couple of paragraphs for censorship.
Oh, yes. Okay.
A night where Emily let go of her fears and surrendered to her feelings for Daniel. I've already surrendered my feelings to Daniel. Why did it take her that long?
How many pages are you in?
18?
Jeez.
Page 1 would have been like, Max surrendered his feelings to Daniel.
Yeah.
The moment he saw his
Hoss
face.
Boys episode 1. Featuring Parker.
As the first light of dawn seeped into the room, Emily lay in Daniel's arms, their bodies tangled in the sheets, his warm body draped over her like a tire blanket.
Is that really?
Yeah. She looked up at him, his face relaxed in sleep, his chest rising and falling rhythmically.
New York Times bestseller, this, by the way.
Yeah. As she closed her eyes, nestled against him, Emily knew she had made the right decision. She had taken a leap of faith, and it led her to a night she would always remember. She fell asleep with a content sigh, her heart beating in sync with Daniel's, hopeful for what the future might bring. It's amazing.
I mean,
there's also like footnotes.
A tire blanket.
Yeah.
Is it a Bible?
It's
a reference guide.
It's a reference guide. It gives like terms and definitions. Like, I don't know what was, she must have said a neck sonnet. And a neck sonnet upon Daniel's former, a neck of mice. Never mind. That's a poem she's written. It's an erotic poem. We'll stop there. So not only is she writing the stories about Daniel Ricciardo, she's including like poems that may have inspired some of the events.
Anita Driver.
Yeah, for sure. But like
Adam's unknown sister.
the night kicked off with laughter as Daniel insisted Emily tried the blooming onion. They must have gone to Outback Steakhouse.
Very Australian.
Oh yeah,
In
a
the
classic
US.
Australian starter. It's not an authentic. I can't even do a Daniel Ricciardo. It's not an authentic Aussie experience without it. That was almost Ringo Starr.
It's not an authentic experience without it.
Oh, that's Daniel Ricciardo and Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
He said, his eyes gleaming with mischief. Don't know what that means, but it's mischievous blooming onions.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, some of the chapter titles are great. We have the starting line, obviously.
The emo band.
The first date. Yep. The aftermath. Race day.
Oh,
Yeah. The struggle
okay.
and the pursuit.
Ah.
And
DRS?
last chapter is called the victory lap.
Oh.
Wonder what that's about. Farting?
Yeah. That's all I can assume.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'll give this book 10 out of 10. Look at
Lots.
that cover.
Look at that cover.
Oh, come on.
Burning man on fire. This Daniel Ricciardo. Overtake my heart.
Overtake
Say you love me again.
Yeah.
Overtake my heart till you barely
Overtake my heart.
it again.
you're watching, please come on the podcast.
She can't hear you. You're so far away from the mic.
Dang it. Anita Driver, we're going to be tracking you down to come on the podcast and help pitch more of your books. I'm going to be buying all of them. But if you look at the cover, this is like a cool drawing of Daniel Ricciardo straddling one of the RB cars.
Let me see that.
He looks so shredded. He is like drivers are shredded, but that is like Marvel superhero shredded.
Rick races for love. It's unbelievable.
There you go. See, you want it now. So that's the book I'd recommend.
It's either that or it's one of these.
Yeah. So I think it was Four Verts, one of our listeners who asked about the book. So
Oh, okay.
when you're done with when
You're
done
gonna
with,
actually recommend this?
of course. Of course. There's two other books in the series so far that have been written of 69.
Yeah, yeah. Once you're done with those, you can jump straight to 50 Shades.
No, I'm pretty sure there's more of these for every driver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my guess George Russell's like Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie.
Another Toto reference for those that might have.
That's a Toto reference.
Georgia Porgy pudding pie.
It's like an old nursery rhyme.
Them yeah, but it's a song.
It is
it's
a song
Toto
too?
song. It's a
Wow.
good one.
Do you think that's why Toto likes Georgie?
I can't do it on my phone because my phone's our
I'm so sorry.
streamer. But if you want to listen to Georgie Porgy, one of my favorites, that
Yeah.
opening piano riff,
Georgie Porgy.
fire, so good.
Georgie Porgy. Whoa, Toto. Okay. Just thinking about George Russell and Toto hanging out. Is that Toto thinking about George Russell? It's not your situation. It's in contemplation.
Used to sit on the attic for your love.
Okay, cool. One thing I did like about, I knew if I brought up Toto is that you'd give me some deep cuts to listen to.
Oh man, there are some good ones. The best part of that band too is that they like if Dungeons and Dragons had a band and they weren't a metal band, but they were a little bit more on the mystical side, it would be Toto.
Okay.
If you-
that makes me want to listen to them more, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of metal is very fantasy D&D.
Yeah, and like
That's
but like,
funny that you made
and
that
they're definitely
jump.
more the like hardcore.
Oh, yeah, like
right.
dragons and slaying orcs and stuff.
Like they have a song that's called Saint George and the Dragon, but it is just like funk.
Oh,
It's
cool.
just like
Sweet.
you just really groove to it.
I'm
so
down.
anyways,
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, Toto's got a little bit of that Boz Scaggs
I love Boss Skaggs so much.
yacht rock era.
I have like 3 Boss Skaggs vinyls.
They're so good. dude.
yeah.
Boz
Silk
Scaggs.
Degrees. Ooh, what a great name for an album.
It's funny. Carlos was just talking about Boz Scaggs the other day as well. So I mean,
Nice. Well, shout out to
Legendary.
Carlos and
Yeah.
the greats of the 80s. We'll play some Boss Skaggs next week.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Dirty Lowdown.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was my book review.
Yes, thank you for
And that was our weekly 80s song chat.
review as
Yeah.
well. which is only takes up 70% of the episode these days.
No movie reviews this week.
None.
Because there was a great race this week.
There was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious to hear what your synopsis of the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Hungarian Grand Prix. Synopsis.
Like this one. You don't have to give me like the history of it.
Okay, good. I watched the race live.
Oh,
and
that's a progress.
I was stoked about it. I watched the race live. I fell asleep at like lap 67.
Okay.
So right at the end.
Yeah, like right when it got
I was like,
interesting,
Oscar's closing in on Lando.
Yeah.
And I woke up to the final screen of F1 app of just like a photo of Lando with the trophy. And I was like, oh, he got it. He kept the lead.
He kept it?
Dang it.
Rats.
But it's my synopsis for the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of tire strategy that goes on for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
There was definitely a lot of tire strategy.
Is it just like because it's so hot and the tires get wasted so quickly? Like everyone seemed to be crazy about the tires in Hungary.
Yeah, it's definitely older circuit too. Mm-hmm. And I think that one of the reasons that this got brought up so much, and even the Sky broadcast team had kind of made mention to it, is that it was being talked about more in the broadcast than they planned on at any extent. But it's because it was so much colder than they expected.
Oh, okay.
They had cloud cover, and I think that everybody was anticipating a little bit more of a hotter race. But the cloud cover really made it so the tires lasted longer.
They did seem to last long.
Yeah.
So thoughts? Charles Leclerc on pole, which was shocking.
Even to him.
Even to him. Yeah, it was wild.
What did he say? He said, I understand nothing.
Yeah, I don't understand anything about Formula One. The race, Haas, I was sad about Haas. They had kind of an off weekend.
And I mean, they were close. They were nipping at 10th the whole race.
Yeah, Behrman was doing good and then fell off and then had to DNF, which made me sad.
Pain in the butt to have that happen.
Lewis had a terrible weekend, and he's
Horrific weekend.
mad about it and sad about it.
First time I've ever heard some of those words out of his mouth.
Like what? I'm sucky. Like get another driver.
Yeah, get another driver.
Which is crazy.
Like $70 million talking at that point right there, or however much he's making.
Talking about
with
the
Ferrari.
mindset of a champion. That's
Not
where is it in Lewis?
We've definitely heard him be
Still I
dejected when he
rise?
makes a
I guess he has to go to
mistake,
like rock bottom to rise up. So he's putting himself there.
for sure.
Kimi Antonelli finally got into the points again.
Yep.
And dude, Steak, great race.
Gabby
Bortoletto had a great race.
crushing it. Yep.
And Aston Martin. I have thoughts about Lance Stroll.
Well, I mean,
Where do we want to go?
go. Let's start there. That's
I
actually
think-
a great place to start.
Okay, good. We joke about Lance Stroll's intellect and his media personality.
And that the rocket-powered Mohawk refers to him as the window licker, no less.
Yeah. And it's all founded. Like it's all
It is.
substantiated claims
Yeah.
about Lance Stroll. But on this podcast, especially like when Kevin has been here, we've talked about in the past that Lance Stroll is a billionaire boy.
Right.
Usually billionaire boys are terrible drivers.
100%.
He's not bad.
He hasn't been terrible.
He is the best of the billionaire boys.
He makes he has moments where you're like, I didn't know a human being could be that stupid.
Right. It goes
But-
both ends.
Yeah, but his driving capabilities are clearly there.
It's like you look at all the races this year, he's like not at the back.
No.
And he's fighting in the mid pack.
He's very quietly in there,
yeah.
which is
And so I
there's
think we're
something to be
being
said
too
about it.
hard on Lance Stroll's driving capabilities. Maybe just this year.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
year he's definitely been better, I would say.
Yeah.
Quietly better than normal.
Yeah.
So
So those are my thoughts on Lance Stroll. I think he's maybe a better driver than we give him credit for. Yeah, for sure.
he had a solid weekend.
He had a solid weekend. Aston Martin had a solid weekend.
For sure.
Yeah, I wanted to see Alonso do better. Yeah.
Did you see Fernando's media pen interview after the race where he took a jab at Sauber being funny because Gabby was walking behind him?
No.
So he saw Gabriel Bortoletto is obviously the driver that he manages. And so he walks past him in the background and he goes, yeah, we had a good weekend. Our car's significantly faster than the Sauber. And Gabby goes, hey. And you just see Fernando crack a smile because he knows what he was doing.
That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, I think that, kind of the talking points from this weekend are for sure that like, look, The immediate effect of Adrian Newey at Aston Martin, a car that was nowhere. It was nowhere this year. It was nowhere last year. This was a lost team.
Yeah.
And Adrian, from just the jump, this car has immediately turned the corner. And everybody's saying, no, he's working on next year's car. No.
Yeah.
You telling me that his influence isn't currently making a difference on the existing car? You're crazy.
Yeah. For
You're
sure.
crazy.
You're crazy to think that Lawrence Stroll wouldn't put him on all aspects that he can put him on.
Even just a simple highest level, take 10 minutes, look at that. How would you improve it? Because we all know that he would make a significant impact in just a day of his time to dedicate towards the current car.
Yeah, totally.
So we've seen a massive uptick in performance. And I mean, I'm just excited for Fernando to be, you could see it on his face. He's joking in the media pen again. It's like Fernando's back to being an optimistic guy.
Yeah, okay.
And we love optimistic Fernando.
Yeah. It'd be fun to see podium Fernando again. We saw it a couple of years ago.
It was so fun.
It's so fun.
There's so much joy out of that man when he performs.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see him in races. He knows exactly when to let people pass. It was during this race. He let a few people pass.
Yeah.
And then was it George Russell? He just let him fight with George Russell for a bit.
Well, they're buddies, quote unquote, right? So there's a part of me that feels like he also knows which car is competitive with his. And I think a lot of F1 drivers, they don't get a lot of credit for that, but I would say that like they know who they're racing.
Okay.
And we're
Talk more about that. Like, what do you mean?
So Fernando qualified, what, 4th or 5th or something? He was in that top 5, 6 of the starting order. And George finished on the podium. Fernando battling with George is an opportunity to get 3rd. Battling with Leclerc, well, Leclerc had pole.
Yeah.
But George didn't have pole.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that he's fighting with the guy that he can actually steal a podium spot from in case something tragic happens. George blows a tire, goes off in the gravel, whatever it is.
Gotcha.
Fernando gets his opportunity. And so the teams, when they have their kind of pre-race meetings after qualifying to kind of discuss what are your tire strategies, who are we actually competing with this week, they'll kind of identify, like, these are the cars that we're really going to war with. And they'll take the fight to those, and they'll save the battery power in the tires to fight that person rather than go to war with like a Leclerc after a pit stop.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Does that make So, but yeah, I think, like I said, they're also buddies, and so sometimes I think Fernando can be more cheeky with people that he feels comfortable with. Yeah, which includes Lewis.
Yeah,
you know, not when they were teammates, but now I think he battles Lewis way harder than he used to.
Really?
Yeah. So, but I mean, I guess maybe just the same, but they expect it from each other.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So Aston Martin.
Yes. Great race weekend.
Great race weekend.
And they look like they've got forward trajectory.
That's cool.
Yeah. And at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is a great indicator of what the rest of their season looks like.
Yeah.
And Ferrari might be in a little bit of trouble if Aston Martin keeps going.
Well, was it Leclerc saying that like they don't expect much to change? Or is it just Lewis? Is it just Lewis being depressed? Maybe nothing can like...
I think that they from what I understand, they ran 2 different floors as well. So
really?
That's what I've heard in a rumor. I'm not sure. I
Is
haven't
that just
verified
Lewis
that.
making up stuff so he doesn't look like an idiot?
I actually think he didn't even mention it. So to his point,
okay,
you know,
well, that's cool.
He didn't make that the team's problem, but where Charles is, you know, got it on pole. Lewis was obviously very dejected.
Yeah, I
think the Ferrari again, they're in a good spot right now. And I think that what's interesting is that I'm going to say that, and everyone's going to be like, "You're smoking crack." What are you
smoking crack? Because it's dismal,
right? But here's what I see.
Yeah,
Fred Vasseur is guaranteed.
He's signed on for more years.
Signed on for more time.
Okay,
Lewis
so there's
Hamilton,
no Horner coming in. The Italians aren't going to like throw him into the ocean.
They're not going to derail. Yeah. They're not going to throw him in the Hudson.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not going to be swimming with the fishes. But Vasseur is signed on. Lewis is signed on. Charles is signed on. Your team is solid. Fix your team.
Yeah.
Build the next car. I think that those guarantees are going to add a lot of confidence and a lot of push and not throw the current structure into a whirlwind where they're not going to recover. So even though this week seemed bleak and Charles being like, why aren't we talking about the thing that we need to fix in order to me to finish the race and win the race over the radio, even Charles, when he got into the media pen, was explained that it wasn't something that he could change when he thought
He was like speaking in code, or he wasn't like saying full things over the radio. And I was very confused by his radio messages.
intentionally, right?
Intentionally. Like, do you have any more like ideas
Insights?
what that could be? Because, well, yeah, what was he saying? He was like, when we talk about the things and I want to fix the things, like we can fix the things. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Say it. What are you talking about?
I think part of the reason why he was being cryptic to an extent as well is that the team also know what he's talking about, but they're not going to overly break it down on the radio either.
Right. Yeah.
Every car and every team will have some type of advantage, something that they're doing differently that they really don't want to discuss. But even just to talk about wing angle or diff settings, engine maps, there's so many things that he can be talking about.
Okay.
And there's a possibility that they've figured out something with the brakes that is adjacent to the McLaren braking system that maybe they opted for, a system that didn't work or something. And maybe that's what he was saying is like, I think we should be able to change these things or whatever,
Gotcha.
but maybe it was something that they couldn't change. So ultimately, a bummer that he wasn't able to retain the lead. The tire fall off was massive for him. It hit a cliff and the car was going backwards.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, the car's kind of going to be static in development from this point
Yeah.
because they got the summer break now. And when you look at the remaining races, if you're not focused on next year, you're probably going to get gobbled up in the next regulations big time. So I think there's going to be a big push for next year. And again, I think that's part of Laurent Mecky's coming in at Red Bull and the timing of Christian Horner's layoff. But I have some thoughts there that we can get around.
We'll get
as
to
well.
it. Speaking of like upgrades, Mercedes says they're not doing any more upgrades.
They're probably done as well.
That's crazy to me. Like, you have the summer break. You're not going to do anything?
They're developed next year.
That's wild. You have a month to look at the car, to tinker with it.
I mean, they will. They'll make improvements, but when they
Okay.
say like upgrades, they're talking front wing. They're talking floor.
Okay.
Like things that are going to
Like
just
big scaled items.
significantly change the car.
Okay.
But they may like, this is a new winglet for the mirror.
Okay.
Or this is the different wing that we're going to run for Monza. Those kinds of things will already be specified and planned to be like pushed out at a certain point. But I think for like the base of what the car is, the actual chassis itself, it probably won't change much.
See, I had read that like they had an upgrade package that they had been trying out for like a few races and hadn't been performing well.
Oh, okay.
And then this race, they got rid of that old package. They brought back a new one. And then you saw like George Russell up a bit further on the podium.
Right.
Kimi Antonelli now in the points. It's
Right.
like, okay, they're going in the right direction.
Right.
Any direction is great if Kimi Antonelli's doing better, giving him confidence
Right.
and like, getting him faster.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I think that even knowing that they tried a package, it didn't work, and they went back, and now they've got a new thing. I mean, there's a lot of development cost in just that.
Yeah.
And so they're probably like, okay, let's reel it in a bit, guys. Like, let's make sure that we're
It's crazy that these teams have the resources to A/B test. To be like,
kind of,
okay, pull the plug on that.
well, I mean, and they've started doing that in the sense of like kind of how Red Bulls run their team or whatever, where one car will have the package and the other won't.
yeah.
And that's a great A/B
They've been
test.
doing that for years.
Yeah.
One car has the engine and one doesn't.
Red Bull has a Yugo in one garage and a freaking
Checo found
fighter
out-
jet in the other.
Checo found out that he's been running a 4-cylinder.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute.
Don't look at the engine, Checo.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Don't. Stop looking at it, Checo. Get back to your trailer.
¿Dónde está cinco seis?
No one understands you. Get back to your trailer.
That's Helmet Marco.
Yeah, that's Helmut Marko.
He's a valley girl. Get back in your trailer.
How dare you?
He's such an idiot.
No one knows what language is that.
I don't even count in that language. Stupid.
Let's see. We can talk about McLaren.
Macca's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of like hype about people being like, McLaren is screwing over Oscar. I think that they just didn't know which strategy was better. Like one stop, two stop. Both seemed good.
Right.
By the end, Oscar was catching up to Lando. Like they both seemed amazing strategies.
Right. They're both strong.
And it seems like Oscar probably could pick his strategy, right? Like
To
he
some
has
extent.
he has a say.
I think that what's going to be tricky, and I should have done more research on this because I definitely have some feelings here. But I think that like without knowing all of the team radio, it's hard to make that evaluation because when you only get a snippet, you only get that small little piece of what they broadcast to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was much conversation with Oscar of which strategy he was actually choosing. But at the end of the day, if one of your cars started fourth and one of your cars started second, if the car that started fourth finishes first, you screwed the car that started second.
Okay. That's an interesting take.
That's what I think everyone's
interesting take.
Evaluation of the situation is.
Yeah, I forget that.
And so I don't think that necessarily it was as, like, we'll say it wasn't as blatant as maybe the media or like social media is trying to make it seem that like this was just a total screw Oscar. We're going to give Lando the win move. Though there's a part of me that maybe thinks conspiracy wise, this was Oscar / the team going, we took this win away from Lando last year to give it to Oscar.
Oh,
This was Oscar's first win.
that was last year at Hungary.
Because they screwed the strategy up last year.
That's right. It was that really deflated, like, hey, Oscar, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that sad first win from Oscar.
Yeah, so although no one has pointed out
Crazy.
this,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the team
Good.
was sort of like, if we can pay it back,
Yeah.
let's pay it back.
Let's just stack the chips a little more in the Lando corner.
Yeah, just so that way, at least if in any case he walks away with the ceramic trophy, the Hungarian one that he broke Max's.
Yeah.
And
Can we trust him with another trophy?
Did you see him on the podium?
Yeah.
He moved all the trophies first, and then he spiked the champagne bottle. It made me laugh. But I don't think this was out of spite. But if anything, I do think that there was maybe a little bit of energy of being like, we took this away from him last year. We took it away from him because strategy was going to give him the win.
Yeah.
Likewise, it was the same situation this year, but ultimately they weren't going to fight it too hard. And it does swing the points. He's like within 9, I think now of Oscar.
Yeah, it's getting close.
So, but the good news is again, I think
The good news is that Oscar is still Oscar.
he just has ice in his veins.
Yeah,
He's if Kimi Räikkönen had an Australian equal, it's Oscar Piastri.
It is. Yeah, he's the spirit animal, the reincarnate of Kimi
Yeah.
Antonelli. Kimi Räikkönen down under.
He's the spirit successor of Kimi.
The great serpent in the sky.
This
Birthed
got
out
into-
Oscar Piastri.
This got really,
Really aboriginal.
yeah, like Rainbow Time. or what are
the rainbow serpent.
Yeah.
The dream time.
Dream Time is what it's
Dream
called.
Time.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Okay, interesting. That's a good, weird conspiracy theory. I like it. I prefer that.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because before I just makes me think like, oh, is Zach Brown just like trying to protect his little asset?
I mean, there's a part of me that really wonders if a bulk of the sponsorship that McLaren is backed by right now are Norris and family adjacent, or what fuels that favoritism, because it's there. We know there's a Lando bias in the team.
Yeah.
And is it a sponsorship thing? It could very well be. I don't know. But Oscar's outperformed that favoritism the entire season. So it's like, okay, well, doesn't matter that it exists. The freaking younger kid is kicking butt and performing week in and week out. So I think I see the bias, and as long as the bias doesn't come down to a championship deciding race,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I think Oscar's outperforming it.
And if anything, I like this Australian guy sticking it to the pommies, just like, yeah, screw you, Mother England.
Right.
Yeah, like we're going to fight. We're going to take over.
We're going to do
win.
this the convict way.
Yeah, exactly.
The non-accepted way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the odds are stacked against us. We're coming up from down under. I freaking love that.
It feels like the Ashes or something of value to those nations.
Yeah, we have like a full year Ashes F1 thing.
Yeah.
The Aussies versus the Brits.
This is the longest cricket test match ever.
You thought the Ashes were long.
Yeah, this is an entire season
It's
of the
way
Ashes.
more fun too. It's way better. It's way better.
Totally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the fight's going to keep getting better and better, but we have to wait until what's the next race? Is it? It's not Italy.
It's 3 weeks away, and it is.
We don't kick off with Italy, do we?
Zandvoort.
Zandvoort. That's right.
Yep. So
Okay, cool. That
the
reminded me.
last Dutch Grand Prix for the time being.
The time. Oh, they haven't renewed anything. There's no.
This Grand Prix falls off the calendar next year.
Does a new one come on the calendar?
I believe.
Or do they go down
New
one?
Madrid street race
Oh,
is going to be on the calendar
that's
in
exciting.
its place,
That's exciting.
or
I should-
something like
Should
that.
save my money and go to the Madrid's inaugural race.
It seems like it's going to be cool.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Even though a lot of people were like, not another street race. So it's kind of like,
I feel like I haven't had a street race in a while.
it's a cool one.
Yeah.
It's a cool city.
Yeah, it's way
Yeah.
cool.
So
Do you remember, side note, this is not talking about the Hungarian Grand Prix.
also Baku rules. Every time we got a race in Baku, it's
yeah,
amazing.
how do you
So,
not like these races?
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Excuse me.
yeah.
Do you remember how I was thinking about this week, of course, about Daniel Ricciardo as I'm reading Overtake My Heart. I was like, do you remember when Oscar had parked it perpendicular on the track at Zandvoort? And Daniel Ricciardo came
yeah.
sweeping around the corner and decided to, instead of killing Oscar Piastri, bin it into the wall and break his
Destroy
hand,
his hand.
and kind of like
Yeah.
derail his final career.
Yeah.
And so that kind of made me think, you know what? Daniel sacrificed his life for Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
He could have killed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he chose to save him.
Yes. Yes.
So, like, it's nice to know that, like, Daniel chose Oscar Piastri to
He
live.
did.
And
He
so
did.
I can choose Oscar Piastri to cheer for.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that there's some parallels that we can draw to that perpendicular situation.
I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And it was such a bummer.
Yeah.
What a freak situation, because there's so many, cases where that happens and it just isn't as violent, where
Yeah.
people hit walls and freaking Yuki Tsunoda ends up on his head in Imola, or Jack Doohan destroys the barrier at Suzuka and walked away, not a single injury, not a bumper
Yeah.
or bruise, but Daniel avoiding an accident
Yeah. Broke his hand.
destroys his hand.
Yeah.
And it's just such
It's just
a
like the momentum he had coming back into F1 was then, like, stopped.
crushed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a fluke.
Sad
Donsky
detour.
says hello.
What's up, Donsky?
What's up, Donsky? Thanks for joining us.
I thought that was more.
No, that was it. That was the only one. But hi.
Okay, cool. Okay, back to the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Yes.
Let's talk about Haas for a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Haas.
Haas.
The Haas boys.
We haven't been highlighting Haas a lot lately.
No.
And I want to get back into highlighting Haas.
Yeah.
Because I do still meet people who are getting into F1 or
Yeah.
they haven't heard of F1 and I tell them about it.
And you still say there's only one team that you need to care about.
For real. They're
Yeah.
like, who do you cheer for? Or I asked them, like, who, because I was talking with someone last week and they were saying, oh, my friend just told me all about F1. I was like, well, who do they root for? Who
Right.
did they tell you to root for? And they said, oh, they're going to root for Cadillac. And I said, okay, that's fine.
Right.
Because at least it's American.
Right,
They're like,
right.
who do you root for? I'm like, Haas. I am American.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
oh, I didn't know there was an American team. I'm like, no one knows.
You're like, how did you not know that?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm out there proselytizing, trying to get Haas out there still.
yeah.
But on this podcast, it'd be nice to just like focus a bit more on Haas.
On our boys.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a tricky year. And again, we kind of expected it. We're a smaller team. Our budget has definitely gotten to the point where it's near the top dogs, because the budget cap has made it as such that we get the opportunity to be near top dog team budget.
Plus, like, we're not bad.
Not bad.
So sponsors like our team.
Yeah,
The
MoneyGram
money is
and-
in F1 right now.
Yeah, so I think, we've definitely got more opportunity, but like, we were saying, the amount of revenue and merch and some of these other things that other teams get that Haas is definitely not in the same category as, they're still saving their pennies for next year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we can expect it. And
Oh,
so
new regulations, everything happening. You need to take that carefully and be smart about what you're doing.
it's definitely interesting to see that, the Williams car has started to slip.
They haven't been anywhere.
No, and I think that Haas, because they were kind of again forced into that Ferrari rear suspension upgrade, because that's just part of like the development of the power unit. The suspension in the back of the car is fused to the gearbox, so you don't
Crazy.
really get a
You
choice.
get half a car when you get a Ferrari engine.
Same with the Mercedes. So any power unit that you choose, you kind of get the suspension layout that goes with that transmission.
Interesting.
Unless you have the
That's got to be
ability,
difficult.
unless you have the ability to really do your own.
Yeah,
But what it does is that it does change the design theory of how you
for
are gonna
sure. You're
design
kind of
the
a
rest
slave
the
to
car.
someone else's design theory.
Right. And so, again, I think that like Haas has been adapting to this new suspension layout, and the car is performing near point finishes every week. But I also think that they're less emphasized on this season. I just think that we're still aiming at next year. That doesn't mean that we're not a potential great finish away from. I mean, Ollie Behrman a couple of times this year has been Q3 and in positions where you're like, how are you qualifying?
Dude, Ollie
there?
Behrman has been phenomenal this year.
Yeah.
Like of the rookies, I like rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Hands down.
His flashes of greatness have been so like, I think that the contrast is there, right? Because Kimmy's got a Mercedes.
Kimmy's got a Mercedes and Ollie's outperforming him.
Yeah. I mean, in the sense of being able to say like, yeah, that car in that place makes less sense than Kimmy's car in that place.
Yes.
And so when Ollie gets through Q3 or gets these great points scoring days, it's like, man, it just shows how good how quality of a driver he is. Same with Gabby.
Yeah, for sure. Going into this year, I remember thinking like, oh, I like Ollie Behrman, but like Kimi Antonelli seems like hot.
Right,
Just
right,
a hot new driver.
Right.
If I was to pick a rookie of the year from the start, like my honest truth is like, oh, Kimi Antonelli.
Right.
Maybe Isaac Hadjar.
Right.
But like Ollie Behrman outshining them all.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that we have him on Haas.
And Isaac's had a few rough weeks. Obviously, he was doing that. Like everybody was talking about how he was so consistent. He's kind of had a little bit of a breather to kind of not scoring as well as he was, but that doesn't mean he's not still performing. And again, Laurent Mecky's going to Red Bull. There's some change there that's also probably played into that a little. But yeah, Ollie's definitely made a great candidate for his abilities. And
this, if we're talking about rookie of the year, this is a big year to win rookie of the year. Some years it's just been one rookie. It's like, oh, you get it by default.
Right.
This year there's 6. That's a lot.
right, there's a ton.
There's a ton.
This is an actual bloodbath.
This is an actual competition.
Yeah.
Bloodbath for the prize.
With Hadjar, Lawson,
Gabby,
Kimmy,
and Checo.
Jack.
What?
Jack Doohan.
Jack Doohan.
It was
Colapinto.
Franco Colapinto, Lewis Hamilton.
And Lewis Stroll.
No, but there are a ton. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this shakes out at the end of the year.
Okay. Going to surprise you with this question. So, looking at Haas's first half of the year, we now have a summer break. How do you think it's going to shake out for the latter half of the year for Haas?
I honestly, I mean, if I were a betting man, my money would be out that we're not going to see a lot of development on the car, but that doesn't mean that they can't continue to deliver because the other teams are going to be doing the same thing. I think by this point, if the only team that's really going to push any harder is going to be McLaren, but I doubt it. They have such an advantage right now that if they continue to develop this car, it seems like a mistake.
So every team, if they're smart, has completed all their major upgrades because the most important thing is to focus on the 2026 car, the new regulations.
Right. And if they're going to be doing little upgrades,
Yeah.
that'll, gain them a fraction of a second. They'll continue to do that. But they have those again, like we said, it won't be a development that they're working on in the factory right now. They've already got them pre-planned to fabricate and be delivered by certain races. And so it's less about the rush at the factory to design a new part, get it manufactured, and get it on the car by next week. It's more about the rush at the factory to build the fastest freaking car for next year. And so they'll deploy things and get little doodads and whatever put on the car just to be competitive. But I nothing major from here. And this is part of the reason why 2021 at the end, the reason why that Lewis and Max fight was so tight is because all the teams had stopped. These cars were completely developed out. No more upgrades.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Red Bull and the Mercedes are dead heat, the exact same ability and lap time. And that's why we got such a good finish.
Yeah.
And I think that this year, the unfortunate part of it is that these regulations haven't been around for a decade. They've only been around for a short while.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing the same convergence that we did at the end of that one.
Interesting.
But I think we'll see something crazy next year because of it.
Is it too wild to think that, because who's next? Who's like the most likely to win a championship if McLaren, outside of the two McLaren drivers? Max, he's in third.
Yeah, Max.
Like if Red Bull decides to just go insane and develop way more upgrades in the summer break and then come back crazy strong?
I mean, they could.
Does he even have a chance?
I mean, if Max won every race from here,
Yeah.
he probably could still win.
That's crazy, but unlikely.
It's very
It's still
unlikely.
a championship.
But if Pierre
Why not
Wache
go for
really
it?
wants to prove that he can outdevelop McLaren, then he can do it at this
Yeah.
point. But it's just, is his energy well used?
Yeah, I remember thinking that Williams and Stake and Racing Bulls as major threats for Haas. I feel like we're beating them. That's just a feeling. No, because Stake got that podium.
Yeah.
And upset the universe.
And Cash App has been very consistent since the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. They've had some, like I said, a little bit more misfortune recently, but Visa, the RB team has been,
Yeah.
it should just be called the RB team and you just emphasize the B.
Yeah.
But it is, I feel like they have been
Yeah.
really a quality race car this year.
Yeah. The Williams started out strong and then just like
Fell off.
back to the grid.
They have little flashes of greatness.
I feel like our main competitor for Haas fans is Stake right now.
Yeah.
Like they are consistent. They're also getting better. Like Gabby getting 6th
Yeah.
is crazy. Nico getting a podium is crazy. And so
And I wonder what Alpine
Yeah.
is doing.
I forget about Alpine.
Every week I wonder what they're doing. I'm just like, what are you doing?
What was confusing you this week?
I just know. I'm just like, Pierre was racing hard and it was good to see him race hard, but then ultimately just come home with no result.
Yeah. I've been thinking in these most recent races, would Jack Doohan be doing just as good as Colapinto?
I'm curious too, because I think that one of the things that I can give Colapinto credit in the more recent races is that he hasn't bent it.
Right.
I haven't seen any crashes or anything
But
extravagant.
did Jack get all the accidents out of his rookie's
Right.
system?
Yeah,
and
because
then
Colapinto smashed the Williams.
he had a lot of crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't stop it. So
Doesn't go off your record quite that quick.
yeah, but he's got him out of his system and he's
Right.
kept it on the track.
Seems like he's delivering now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely interesting. What would be the case now
Mm-hmm.
if Jack was still in the car? So, and honestly, I thought that they were going to switch back at one point because I felt like Franco wasn't really delivering. So I thought Jack might get his spot back.
That'd
but,
be crazy.
But right now, it just seems like it's pretty static and planning on next year. And
Flavio's planning something behind the scenes.
yeah, and again, I think Alpine is really focused on next year.
Okay.
I think that most of the teams that have
this is
been
gonna how it
not point
feels.
finishing
Yeah.
are the ones who have already started developing next year.
Okay.
Everybody who's
See, I just want
11th on back.
more out
Yeah.
of every team, but that makes sense.
it's
Fiscal
Yeah.
responsibility in a sport where I just want them to be crazy.
and I mean, I think that that's what's been crazy about Aston Martin. I think that all of us expected them to bow out, but
Oh.
their car's suddenly in the top 10.
Did I hear that like they don't know why?
I don't believe that.
Really? Because you heard it too.
No, but if that's what they said, I don't.
Okay.
I actually I do. I feel like I did hear that.
Yeah, that was the thing. They were like, "Oh, why did you all of a sudden shoot up into the top 10, both of you?" We have no idea why.
I feel like that was Ferrari's comment too, but yeah.
But Ferrari, we believe it
yeah.
because it's like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Well,
Yeah.
Ed,
Aston Martin, no, they're tricky.
there's
Tricky
something that
dudes.
I've been curious of
Yeah.
that I mean, there's been speculation, but I don't know what to expect from it.
Is if Lewis is dating Anya Taylor-Joy?
No, but it is about Lewis.
Yeah. What?
Lewis made a post last week that had a match that was burned out leaning up against a ashtray,
Okay.
and it said August 8th. So it said 8/8.
Oh.
And it was just like a match that had burned out with smoke.
Okay, so he's being cryptic.
He's being very cryptic, and everyone's like, "You're burned out. You're retiring. What's this?"
Oh, still I burn out. Still I
Yeah.
don't rise.
It doesn't seem very Lewis-like, but also this comment that he made this weekend seemed,
And then what was the comment that?
well, just that he was useless and that they need a new driver. Is there pressure from Ferrari for Ollie Behrman to step up? I'm curious.
I mean, how would all the Lewis fans feel if he just quit halfway through the season?
No, I don't think
I
it would be
give
that.
up.
I don't think it would be stop. I think it would be, this is the end. I'm done. And the end of this year will be my last. But I think it's also,
I think it's probably just a merch drop.
it probably is. Probably is. It's probably just smoky.
Is that the new album cover for XDNA? Please. Where he's just going to be spitting fire.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
a match.
because it's and because he's at Ferrari
Yeah.
and he's pissed.
and he needs to spit some hot bars.
I mean, I do think that Ollie could benefit from another year at Haas, helping Haas, but also, getting acclimated and everything before stepping up to the car.
I doubt it. Lewis is probably going to do one more year.
Here's the only other thing
That's
that
what I think.
here's the only other argument that I'll make.
He wouldn't spend a whole year being slow and frustrated with Fred Vasseur making a whole brand new car just to be like, I'm done.
I agree with you to some extent.
Okay, but what are your thoughts?
But the only way that I could see it potentially going that way is, what if the only way that for Lewis can get out of his Ferrari contract is by saying that he retires, and then he has the opportunity to return in a year or two.
Oh.
Because if you look at it, Lewis is going to be wanted back by any team at any point.
Yeah, okay, who would take him?
I mean, it's
Everyone would.
Laurent Mekies. Depends on what, Red Bull, whatever happens, Mercedes, there's...
That seems crazy to me. How old was Michael Schumacher when he went to Mercedes? Michael Schumacher had retired or whatever, finished at Ferrari as a 7-time world champion.
Right.
Then he came back to Mercedes. How old was he? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but
yeah, because some of those pictures from the 90s, he already looks like he's 40,
right,
45
Yeah.
racing. That's just what the 90s did to people.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I think that the other thing is too is that to consider that Michael's plan was never to come back,
Right.
and Mercedes was desperate, but not just in the sense of wanting Michael's help, which Ross Brawn said was invaluable, but they were desperate for Michael as a PR thing. This is Germany we're talking about. This was their return to Formula One as a country. Didn't have a car on the grid from Germany in the way that Mercedes was bringing it, right? So bringing the German, legend to the track with them was part of that whole stunt to be like, we are Mercedes and we're here to make a difference, right? So with Lewis, if he took the opportunity to be like, I'm taking a small hiatus, I'll be back, and I'm going to go race with McLaren next, or whatever he chooses to do.
Yeah.
If he did that, for like you and I both know that McLaren would be like, well, Lando, move over.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton's back.
Yeah. Everyone would make space for Lewis.
Right.
Yeah.
But if that was your plan, you would stay fit. You would stay in the Sims. You would not be Michael, who took his racing career was like, peace, and then
He didn't play the Sims
got
at
invited
all.
back.
Yeah. Yeah. Is someone in the chat saying something?
Ryan just said Williams Porsche would love to take Lewis if they want to get away from Albon and Carlos in a couple years. That's true too.
That's true.
Yeah. So if depends on also who ends up in the sport as a manufacturer.
It's making me not think highly of Lewis. And I haven't in the past. But in the past few years, I'm coming around to Lewis thinking it's good to see him struggle, good to see him fight in the mid pack, and to see him is he this great driver? And to have these moments of brilliance at Silverstone and crush it in certain instances, it's been awesome.
Right.
But then to have this whiny give up attitude.
Yeah.
Can you stop being an emo kid?
No, but I mean, I think the only thing that I could agree with him on in that case
is that he sucks.
No, it's just that we've seen it. I'm a Sebastian Vettel fan, right?
Yeah.
I watched Vettel go from being the most dominant race car driver that F1 had seen in a long time to just everyone being like, oh, it's Sebastian's fault every week when the Ferrari team would be clowns on the pit wall.
Yeah.
And so I could see Lewis getting to a point of being like, if they can't fix this quick, then I don't know if I want to see my career fall into ashes with Ferrari.
Yeah. So what is that? August 8th.
August 8th.
It's a couple days. It's this week. It's Friday. Is it Friday?
Ryan says that he will want to drive the next car before he decides what to do. And I agree with that. I do think that it would be it'd be a step too soon.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking it off the table as a stunt.
Okay.
Because Fernando Alonso retired from McLaren only to come back with Alpine and work his way through the system to a car that was decent. Right.
Okay, yeah.
So I could see that being the same type of progression.
Kimi Räikkönen left and came back.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not the most unheard of thing, especially if you're one of the greats.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So don't rule it
see.
out. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, what else could it be? I do think it's
it's probably a
plus
drop.
44 merch drop.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of flames on a shirt.
It's just it's the Dutch Grand Prix weekend. So what is the thing that I'm going to drop for the Dutch Grand Prix? Well, it's not orange. Freaking screw Max Verstappen is the plus 44 world this week.
I want it to be an album so bad. It'd be rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really rad.
Carlos says, why was Carlos Sainz so successful at Ferrari?
Is this a joke?
No.
Am I waiting for a punchline?
No, Carlos Mesquid just asked that question.
Because he's a stallion.
Because he's just a handsome guy.
It's not a very funny joke.
No, that's stupid.
So why was Carlos Sainz so successful at Ferrari?
Yeah. I mean, I think it fit his driving style.
Fit his driving style?
Yeah, the car development.
The car was better.
It was better then.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that Carlos is also the type of guy that has been pretty good at adapting to the team, and I would say that Lewis is looking for the team to adapt to him, and I think that that's a fair assessment.
Yeah,
Lewis is kind of in his own right earned it.
Yeah,
to be like, no, you can do it my way.
Yeah,
and they have done that with the brakes and a few other things. Where Carlos is in the spot of being like, cool, I'm really excited to be here. How do we do this? How does this work for you?
It's crazy, side note, to see Carlos Sainz fighting with like Liam Lawson at the back.
Yeah.
Like there's like a highlight. It's like Carlos Sainz gets past Liam Lawson. I was like, wait, oh yeah, he's still in this race.
You're like, he's back there
he's
somewhere.
Like getting 16th? Good. That's sad.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
He deserves
He's
so much better.
He's a top-tier driver.
He really is.
It's nuts.
And I think that the one thing that we could say from Carlos's comment here about Mr. Sainz is that you have a 7-time world champion in a car next to Charles, and he's really struggled to be where Carlos was. And that's
Carlos is better.
That's just what we've seen. But he was better at that car for sure. Yeah. But it's definitely interesting to see as far as that comparison is concerned.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
what are your thoughts from the Hungarian Grand Prix?
Oh man, we don't have time. I'm just kidding. Ultimately, like I said earlier, I think that the McLaren kind of blundered team orders, or not team orders, but their strategy felt like a little bit like maybe it was a payback to Lando from Oscar winning last year. I felt like ultimately a frustrating race to not have it like Ferrari competing for the final laps. If they could have resolved what Leclerc was talking about on the radio, would have loved to have seen Charles duking it out with Oscar and Lando. But I think that that's kind of the tale of the season. Yeah. The McLarens have just been so strong compared to the competition that it's just, we expect one of the two to win. And if they don't, then it's the upset, right? Yeah. So, that was kind of my thoughts.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it had rained, it would have been a great race.
Yeah.
And it almost did.
It's a great race.
Oh, and then here's one last thing.
Yep. What is it?
You already know what I'm going to say.
Of course, but just say it anyway.
George whined so much. So much. And then after the race, he was like, the Ferrari's illegal. It must be.
I didn't hear that.
There's no possible way that car could get around me the way that it did. Father, would you speak to the Formula International, whatever the FIA stands for, and would you tell them the Charles is a bad man?
These Italians, they're not even British.
They're not even British.
That realization by George was this weekend.
What?
Father,
what country do they even come from?
Did you know this? The Italians aren't even British, Father.
They don't even like pudding.
I just found out that Kimi Antonelli isn't even British, Father.
He's not British. I thought he...
How dare he?
I thought he spoke funny.
I thought he was a program.
I thought he came from Liverpool.
I thought he was from Liverpool. I thought he was Scottish.
He's clearly from a shipping dock, Father.
I thought he was one of those blue-collar people. The plebs that you say.
Everyone's speaking about him like he is one of those. So I just assumed. But now they've got these red cars and they're just out there like missiles.
Missiles.
They're just trying to spear at me.
Yeah, amazing.
That was the exact radio transcript from the Hungarian.
It was a long one.
I memorized
And
it.
Sky Sports is like, this is amazing
We
content.
need to get it out there. Post
This
it.
guy is gold. Saw F1 2 more times in theaters last week.
Wow. This last week,
Yeah,
this last
within a
week.
week.
How was it?
So good.
It's still so
It's
good.
so good.
I keep thinking to myself that that they're gonna release it at like on Apple TV or something
Oh no! Do you know they're re-releasing it in IMAX theaters
again
this month? I'm gonna go see it some more.
Did you know that it is also now the highest grossing Brad Pitt film ever?
Oh yeah,
It has surpassed all
Yeah.
of them, which is crazy.
yeah. Also, an interesting realization to realize he hasn't ever been in like big blockbuster movies. He's just in only cool movies. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess.
No, for real. Like,
Yeah.
no superhero movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's never.
he's
stooped.
not like an action star.
Yeah, he's never stooped to that level.
Yeah, it's just
Unfortunately,
like-
George Clooney, we're looking at you.
yeah.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah.
But-
He did do Ocean's 11.
Right.
But it's just like, Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a cool
Yeah,
guy.
which I guess
Cool
doesn't
guy.
really qualify because most of those are rated R.
Yeah.
And a blockbuster has to be PG-13.
Yeah, you got to appeal to families if you're going to go big.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's a great movie. F1. We could do a whole nother review on it.
At some point, we might have to. It's been so long since I've seen it, but from what I remembered,
Yeah, it's rad.
still great.
I still look for all the F1 helmet popcorn bucket helmets, and I can't find them.
It was the ultimate tease.
It was
never
the
even
ultimate
made 'em.
liar tease.
They never even made
They
them.
didn't.
No.
I looked at every theater in Salt Lake in the whole state of Utah. Nothing. Liars.
Liars.
Anyway, go see the F1 movie if you haven't. It's summer break. You can see it every week
Yeah.
until the next race.
Yeah, you can watch it every Sunday.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Go.
It's honestly
Go.
probably a good use of your money
Yeah.
to stay sane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it from the fast ones.
That's it.
Yeah. What time are we
Are
at?
you wrapping us up before I can stand up?
Yeah. I feel like
We're definitely over an hour.
yeah, we're at over an hour.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, for joining in, and we hope you enjoyed the episode today. As homework, go read Overtake My Heart by Anita Driver, listen to Toto, and we will see you next week to talk more about motorsport.